The Chechen Mafia has a legendary reputation as one of the toughest and most feared criminal organizations in the world. Their history and influence goes back centuries, and their grip on the criminal underworld is still as strong as ever. The story of the Chechen Mafia from humble beginnings to their current status as a major player in international organized crime is an incredible one. This video explores the history of the Chechen Mafia from their origins in the 19th century to their current operations in the 21st century. Stay tuned until the end of the video. A brief history of the Chechen Mafia. The Chechen Mafia is one of the most feared criminal organizations in the world. The Chechen Mafia began in the early 1990s when Russian soldiers pulled out of Chechnya during the First Chechen War. The Chechens took advantage of the instability by filling the power vacuum and forming a powerful criminal syndicate. The Chechens quickly became known for their brutality and ruthlessness. They used violence and intimidation to gain control of the local market and expand their operations into other parts of Russia. By the late 1990s, the Chechen Mafia had become one of the most powerful criminal organizations in the world. The Chechens were known for their mastery of extortion and kidnapping. They targeted wealthy Russians and extorted them for large sums of money. They also targeted foreign business owners in an effort to gain control of lucrative businesses. They were also involved in human trafficking, smuggling, and illegal arms dealing. The Chechen Mafia was able to become so powerful due to its willingness to use violence and its connections to powerful Russian officials. Their presence in Russia was so strong that it has been estimated that at least 50% of all organized crime activity in Russia is linked to the Chechen Mafia. This brief history of the Chechen Mafia demonstrates why they are one of the toughest and most powerful criminal organizations in the world. Through their ruthless tactics and unwavering dedication to their cause, they have gained a reputation as one of the most feared criminal syndicates in the world. How the Chechen Mafia became one of the most powerful criminal organizations in the world. The Chechen Mafia has a long and storied history in organized crime. They first began to gain power in the early 1990s when the Soviet Union collapsed and Chechnya declared independence. During this time, the Chechens gained access to money and resources that had previously been denied to them by the Soviet government. They used these newfound resources to create a powerful criminal organization which soon became one of the most influential in the world. The Chechen Mafia quickly developed a reputation for ruthlessness and brutality, becoming known for their willingness to use violence and intimidation to achieve their goals. This reputation enabled them to gain control over many criminal activities, such as drug trafficking, arms smuggling, money laundering, and human trafficking. The Chechen Mafia also established strong connections with other criminal organizations, such as the Russian Mafia, which further increased their power and influence. The Chechen Mafia also took advantage of their geographical location to become a major hub for international organized crime. The close proximity to the Russian border made it easy for them to smuggle drugs and weapons across borders, while the lawless nature of Chechnya made it an ideal base of operations for a variety of illegal activities. The combination of violence, connections, and location enabled the Chechen Mafia to become one of the most powerful criminal organizations in the world. They have since become a feared presence in both Russia and around the world, controlling much of the illicit activity in the region. The methods used by the Chechen Mafia to gain power and influence. The Chechen Mafia rose to power through a combination of violence, extortion, and influence. They employed ruthless tactics to impose their will on people, and they became known for their willingness to use violence to achieve their goals. The Chechen Mafia used intimidation to gain control of large portions of the Russian underworld. They targeted wealthy business owners, demanding large sums of money in exchange for protection. They also targeted government officials, making sure that their operations were not disrupted. They were also adept at infiltrating political systems, using bribery and other forms of corruption to gain influence. In addition, the Chechen Mafia was able to establish relationships with powerful people within the Russian government, giving them access to resources and power. The Chechen Mafia had a network of gangs spread across Russia, and they made sure that they all operated under a unified set of rules. This allowed them to maintain a level of organization and stability that allowed them to become one of the most powerful criminal organizations in the world. Furthermore, the Chechen Mafia was able to use their wealth and influence to create an economic empire, controlling many businesses in Russia. This allowed them to amass even more wealth and power, further solidifying their place as one of the toughest people in history. The impact of the Chechen Mafia on the world. The Chechen Mafia has had a far-reaching and devastating impact on the world. It has become one of the most powerful criminal organizations in the world, gaining influence in many countries around the globe. The Chechen Mafia has been linked to a wide range of criminal activities, such as drug trafficking, arms dealing, money laundering, and racketeering. In addition, the Chechen Mafia has been known to use violence and intimidation to control and manipulate its victims, including governments and other powerful entities. The Chechen Mafia's reach extends far beyond the borders of Chechnya and Russia. It is active in numerous countries throughout Europe, Asia, and the Americas, with some experts claiming that its members may be connected to as many as 200 criminal organizations worldwide. In Europe, the Chechen Mafia has been linked to various forms of organized crime and human trafficking operations, while in the Americas they have been implicated in money laundering, extortion, and cybercrime. The Chechen Mafia has been implicated in numerous high-profile international incidents, including an assassination attempt on former Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin in 2006. This event highlighted the true extent of the organization's power and influence and sparked fears that it could gain even greater control over international affairs. The Chechen Mafia's global impact has also been felt through its involvement in the illegal arms trade. It is believed that the Chechen Mafia has played a key role in arming rebel groups in various conflict zones around the world, including Syria and Iraq. As a result, these groups have gained access to powerful weapons, which they have used to commit heinous acts of violence and terror. Finally, the Chechen Mafia has also been linked to terrorist attacks around the world. Its members are believed to have provided financial support to groups such as Al-Qaeda and ISIS, further demonstrating their global reach and influence. Ultimately, it is clear that the Chechen Mafia has had an enormous impact on the world. Through its involvement in organized crime and its ties to terrorist organizations, it has managed to create a powerful network that has influenced events around the globe. It is this network that has allowed them to gain such immense power and influence, making them one of the toughest people in history. To get other undiscovered secrets, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like the video and share it with your friends. Thank you.